Okay, everybody. SIMPLEFX, if a female trader, back with another backtesting video on this special pair called Gbpnzd. I actually really used to like this pair because it moved very similar to gold and it pays out very well similar to gold. However, I had stopped trading it because of this reason right here. Ranging on the higher time frames. It started just moving sideways a lot. And even when it was trending, as you can see here, very choppy. Even like, for instance, right here where you see the market pushing up, down, up, it starts to range here just a little bit. Then it pushes up again and it starts trending again. Over here, this right here, ranging, nasty, a whole bunch of wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside. Just don't like it, right? Look at how many times it ranges compared to when it's actually trending. Ranges, trending, ranges, trending, ranges. So that's kind of the reason why I just gave up on this pair, because even though it moves pretty good at one point, too much waiting around for me. So anyway, we're going to get into this back testing here of this pair, but we're going to add a little twist to it. Okay, instead of just using straight price action, we're going to be adding price action mixed in with a little bit of supply and demand. All right, that's a very popular strategy now. It works super well with price action, and it's a great addition to your trading style if you haven't tried it out already. All right, so I'm not going to get too deep into what supply and demand is. If you don't know what it is, just look around online, get my course, or do your due diligence, and you can easily find out exactly what it is or how to use it. All right, but for now, we're going to stick to this. So I'm going to go to, actually going to do a bar replay here, and I'm going to pick a spot. We don't pick a spot where it's just ranging. Let's see here. Right there. Let's do February of 2023. And I keep picking the beginning of the year because you have to keep it in the year that we're in, because bar replay doesn't let you go back that far anymore. So that's why I just keep it simple and stick to the beginning. Now, what I'm seeing here so far, kind of nasty, kind of crazy, not so clean. Oh my God, look how choppy this is. Jesus Christ. All right, so we're gonna do our best to find some supply and demand setups in here and see what we can find. All right, so first things first, when you're looking for supply and demand, you got to know what the trend is. What is the trend, and where are you looking to take a potential setup? Okay, all right, so here trend looks bullish. It looks bullish from where I'm seeking right now. We have a bit of a support right here. We have a resistance that was holding right here for a while, and it looks like price is retesting this area. So what I'd be looking for here is for the market to push down like it did here, and then eventually push back up. So we're on the 4 hour. Let's stick to I'll say the 1 hour and a 30-minute. We'll find supply and demand levels and price action confirmations on those time frames, and then we'll look to grab certain size setups based on those time frames. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, let me delete this real quick. All right, so the market overall was bullish, but we do have an area here. We have an area here that's tapped into already, and then we also have supply to the upside there, and we have some zoning here also that could also be considered for levels, so we'll see. All right, so what I'm looking for is buys. I want to see buys either from here, or I want to see buys from this level here. All right, and I'm only looking for buys at this point because the market is bullish. Unless we break below this area here, I don't know if I want to look for sells unless we break below there. Okay, So swing on down to 30 minutes. Let's see. So it looks like price found the support. We pushed up. We're pushing out of this area here. So if we see a break, I would say here. Yeah, about this area here, we can look for buys to pump bullish. So let's move this along. Here. All right, so we tapped into that zone. We pushed out of this demand. Let's see if we can get a continuation for the buy. So I'm going to keep our stop loss below the zone that I have marked off here and see if we can grab a continuation to the upside. All right, there's a little push there. Very good. We're pushing up. So price pushed down. We found support. We started creating support for resistance to break. Broken. Pushing up. We have a nice bullish push here. We should get price up into this area here. Perfect. Perfect. So these are just random TP areas, so I don't really need them to hit those areas, but for example's sake, let's just call this a win. This is a 44 pip win here, and let me see if it actually does tap into this zone that's marked off. Well, we did tap into it already, but let's see if we go a little deeper. No, we don't go any deeper. We just tapped into that, we rejected, and we came down. All right, perfect. So this one was a nice little move to the upside. I'm still looking for buys though. Still looking for buys. Price has tapped back into this area here. Again, unless price breaks below this area, I'm looking for sells, but for now I want to look for buys. So we're back inside this demand area. If we push back above out of this area again, we can look for price to continue back up and to push bullish. If it breaks below this area, I'll be looking for a retest and then for price to come on down. Okay, there's that break, but we did not close. We didn't close below here. We rejected right back up in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this here. And actually, no, this was important because as you can see, price tapped right into this area and it reversed. Which is a very good sign for price to come back up here. So if we break back below this area, most likely we're going to come down. But if not, this huge exhaustion area, or wick, I should say, could give us a signal to look for the buy continuations to the upside. So I'm going to keep my buy bias for this move here to push up. Okay, but if we break below and we close below, well, I'll wait for us to get a candle close below, and if we do get that close, then maybe I'll look to take a sell. But for now, my bias is going to remain looking for the buys because we're overall bullish. Okay. All right, we got a closure. We got a closure below. We never came back up to take the buy. Price is coming below this area. We have pushed out of this demand turned supply area here. So what I'd like to see is for price to break that low, keep it above the zone there, break that low, and come on down. So our TP area, I mean, we have a lot of noise here. If we break this area here, then we should be able to come down to at least, I'll use the zone, at least this box here. All right. So let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit here and see what we got. Okay, very good. We broke below down here. Let's see if we can get a continuation down. And nope, stop loss hit. We came down into small profit and then we pushed right back up, back inside this zone here. So it did not push, did not come all the way down. All we did was create a lower low and price started pushing right back up. So now that the sells did not play out, same analysis for the buys. If I see price break above this area here, guess what? Looking for the buys. Stop loss below the zone there. And let's see. So we get a closure above. Is that a close? Yes, it is. Nice little close. All right, let's continue on bullish. Oh, stop loss hit. Stop loss hit. Now it got hit here. It did not close below, but it did wick. It did wick. Now typically you want a candle to close below to give you that confirmation because it could easily wick you out as it did here and then start to push up. Let me see how, yeah, look at that. Eventually did push up and go bullish all the way, almost hitting our TP, our full TP here. But You never know. All you can do is manage your trade the best you can. Go with whatever you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with letting the candle close below your stop loss, then do that. If not, and it's like, all right, you know what? If I get wicked out, I get wicked out. It is what it is. That's fine as well. You just want to manage your trade as best you can. Don't go crazy with your lot sizes. Don't over leverage. Don't stack too much because that can affect your psychology, and then in turn, it's going to affect your trade, especially if it's going against you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Over here, we did get wicked out, but it did not close. So either way, it's still an L because that's where we had our stop loss. But as you can see, price eventually went bullish as we had been looking for the overall buy bias. Okay. It looks like price keeps on tapping, keeps on coming into this zone here. I just want to see if it's actually, because it keeps on rejecting here in this area. This is going to be a strong zone to break. It really is, because price is struggling to break that area. Let's see. Yeah, we're stuck inside that box there. We keep wicking. And do we finally hit? Let's see. Move that over. Finally it hits it. It just took a while for it to play out. So eventually it got hit, but as you can see, our stops were just too tight over here. And then we had to just execute a lot of patience for this to actually play out. So this demand zone down here just wasn't really given. It was playing around a lot, testing this area a lot before it actually pushed up. And like I said, with this pair, lots of ranging. Pushes up, ranges, push it down, ranges. Before every move, it wants to play around. So it's, you got to take it for what it is, basically. All right, so let's go back to the 1 hour. Let me clear off this chart. Let's do a fresh chart here. So the 1 hour, let's see here. So we're still bullish, still moving up nicely here. We've broken above these highs finally. So everything above this area is obviously good for the buys, and anything below it obviously for the sell. We do have a supply up here, which is 70 pips away. So that's a decent size range for us to look for a trade. What I'd like to see is for price to break above this high, out of this supply, flip it to demand for price to push bullish. But if price pushes down out of this area, I want to see it retest and then come on down. And then I'd be looking for it to break this low. So I hope you guys can understand how I'm using supply and demand zones along with price action to find my entries and to take my setups. And all I'm looking for is a break of highs, break of lows, the retest areas, and my zones. That is it. Keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier if you're able to keep things as simple as possible. All right. So inside here, guys, no trade. All right. No trade inside this box because we really have no idea what the market is going to do inside here. It's just not smart. It's best to wait for a definitive confirmation to give you an idea of which way the market wants to go. Okay. Okay, still inside that box, still inside the box. All this ranging, wicking. All right, finally got to close above this area. I'm not that confident about this close because of all these rejection wicks to the side here, especially with the temperament of this pair. But nonetheless, that's our confirmation, right? If you don't enter any confirmation, guys, and you're not sure, two things you can do. You can either not take the trade because you're not sure, and it's best to just not take it for your peace of mind. Or you could take it and just reduce your risk. Okay, so if you normally, let's say, use a 1 lot, go down to half that. Maybe use a 0.50 or a 0.30. So that way, even if it goes your way, you still get something. But if it goes against you, you don't lose that much. All right, so there's two ways you can look at it. There was a time where I would miss moves completely because I wasn't sure about it and I just wouldn't enter when I could have just reduced my risk. Okay, so that's something you're going to have to train yourself on, practice doing, getting comfortable with, and knowing what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. All right. Okay. All right, very good. So we pushed up a little bit, but we're retesting a little here. What I want to see is for price to remain above this area and continue pumping bullish. Okay, we pull down a little more, very good. We're pushed out of this supply, turn demand, and now price is pumping up. Let's see if we can tap into this previous supply zone. Almost, very good. Just tapped it right to the T. So for 53 pips, tapped it right to the T. Excellent. Price pushed out, bullish engulfing or retest, beautiful retest. Price respected this area, pushes up, plays around a little bit, but eventually hits TP right to the T before it rejects. Okay, and that's a supply zone turn demand. And as you know, supply and demand zones are interchangeable depending on what side of the market you're on. Okay, so just remember that aspect. All right, so moving right along, pretty good here. Couple losses, couple wins, but we're still doing good. So we're moving along here. Let me see. I'll just stay on the 30 for now. No big deal. All right, so we've got a couple demand zones down here, and then we have also some supply zones sitting up here as well. So price is currently bullish, so I want to buy low and sell high. So because the market is bullish, I'll let the market come down bearish and look for my buys pushing out of support as well as pushing out of demand. Now, does that mean price is going to come down? No, it could continue very well pumping in the same direction it's been going. As we can see here, these are all 30-minute candles. Lots of wicks. I'm going to go to the 1 hour because, oof, my God, look at all those wicks. Jesus. All right, let's clear this off real quick. I feel like I want to skip all this because this is just a whole lot of noise. I don't even like these. These are all 1 hour candles that look like this. This is ridiculous. Let's move it along here. Okay. Wow. All right. So we do have a nice demand zone that's sitting right here. Price seems to have wanted to retest it and pushed up. So let's see if we can get a break of this high to look for the buys to continue bullish right there. In here, I'm not taking a trade in here at all. It's just way too wicky, way too much going on. I just don't trust it. So no trade inside there for me. All right, let's move this along. Did we get a close? No, just a wick. And is that a close? Nope, just a wick. I need a close. That's got to be a close. Yeah, lots of wicking, but it's a close nonetheless. Long positions. Stops are right below. Oh, let's keep the stops right below these lows here. Even though this would be a better stop right here. For example's sake, we'll keep it here. And let me see where the next CP area is going to be. Let's go here, here, and here, and here. All right, and I don't think we're this low. I'm going to put one here just in case. I don't think we're that low though. Let's see. Yeah, no, we already tapped. Oh no, that's the other line. Okay, no big deal. All right, so we've broken above. That's first CP. That area was hit already. Let's see if we can go ahead and hit the next one to the upside here. Where are all the sells at? Because I don't see any sells here. Okay, so this was a loss because it did close. We did look for entries above the highs here. Kind of tapped it, but I would have, if this had pushed anywhere near this, I would have been in that trade. So this would have been a loss right here. So let's see. So it's still holding. So this area here is still valid for the buys. I want to see price break inside there. This zone and this zone. Okay. So if price breaks, let's see. I'm gonna move this zone here. I want to see what price does inside here. Inside this area here. If we hold above this area, I'm going to continue looking for the long positions above there. But if we don't, then I'm going to see if we can take some sell where this demand is going to turn to a supply zone. Oof, wicked out at that last zone that we had and it pushed back up. We get a closure, almost a closure, almost. So never, the buys weren't activated. The sells look like they want to come into play here. Let's see if price can break this low to continue on down, which it absolutely does. Do we tap into this box here? Let's see. You should tap into it. Come on, you can do it. Oh, so close right here. So close. I would like to see it tap into here, but I don't see that happening. This could be a little bit bigger as well. This zone, it did tap into it twice, and it's pumping back bullish. So maybe it's not going to come down here. I don't think it will. Let's move this on over, because if price breaks this high, we're going back up. Did we get a closure? Yep, we got a closure. Now let's see if this is going to go up. Yep, pushes out of this area here. Either we push down or we push up. Very good. And we actually broke right into that high right there. For 55 pips, it pushed way past our TP area, which is no big deal. But it broke above these highs, which is great. Great. Okay. Let's see if I can find some sells in here, because we've been doing a lot of buys in these videos. Not too many sells. So let's see if I can find us some sells. So we have a high that was formed here. Let's see if we get a pullback. If we get a couple candle formations here forming an exhaustion area, maybe then we can look to take a sell to the downside. Okay, very good. Came down. Next one should still push up a little bit and then push down. So we'd be looking for price to break that area, for price to retest those lows. Very good. Pushed up and then pushed down, broke the low. All right, perfect. Shorts, we have a little supply zone sitting up there that just formed. Price is going to push down to retest this demand that it just left. Oof. Okay, so what just happened here? Pushed down, then it pushed up. I guess that would have counted as a win, because this is how the candle closed. So yeah, it retested this demand. Pushed straight on back through. This must have been some sort of news or something, because this is a crazy candle. Let me see how big this candle is. This candle is 129 pips. That is insane. So yeah, definitely some sort of move. I doubt that that's normal market movement, but either way, we got a nice win out of it. So I hope this is not going over anybody's head. I hope I'm not going too fast or confusing anybody with this. Obviously, supply and demand is a great strategy. I think it works if you know how to use it properly. I think that if you're able to mark off your zones properly and wait for your confirmations, then you should be good to go, which is the recipe for any strategy, right? You want to execute patience, you want to know what you're looking for, and be able to execute with confidence when you see what you want to see happen. Okay, notice in all of my backtesting videos, I know exactly where I'm looking to take an entry. I know where I want the market to stay valid. I'm waiting for my candle closures for my entries and for my stop losses. So these are all things that are important. These are all things that I have found that work for me. And if you study and you mark up properly, you can have the same results. Okay, so we have, moving right along here, a demand to the downside. I'm gonna wait and see what happens up here, because I don't have enough data up here to tell me anything. Let me go here, mark that off. Maybe price will come and smack this before it comes back down. What do you know? Taps it to the T, but as you can see, the candles are getting smaller, so it means the volume is going down a little bit. If we were to look for a couple of sells, I'd be looking for price to to break these lows and then give me a sell, either down to this area or down to retest that area, which I don't think is going to happen, because it's already been retested. It's no longer a fresh zone, so I don't see that happening. Okay, we're still pumping here. Still pumping. Wow, what a move. All right, finally we have a retest. Let's see if we come down anymore. Nope. Still flying. Still flying. And in the meantime, we're also forming newfound levels of supply and demand. So this is going to be a newfound level of demand, because price is pumping up above it. Let's see. All right, still flying here. Still flying. Very good. If we do come down, I'd like to see it come down past this area and down into this area here. So let's see. Very good. We're starting to make our way on down. Let's put a short position here right below these lows and look for price to retest this area, and stops will be above those highs. So if we get a candle closure below here, we'll be in the trade. Let's see. Oh, very good. Oh, wow. We tapped it and just pushed up. Guys, that is the power of supply and demand. Look at how to the T these candles are literally wicking to the T in these areas. Okay, price is coming down to the T, even by a wick. All right, so super powerful strategy if you know how to use it properly. I mean, if you have buy limits sitting here and you're like, you know what, I don't care about the sell, let the market come to me, let the market drop, come into this area here. I mean, look at the risk to reward on that setup. If you go here for a long position, let's say you have your entries sitting all down here, you know, your stop loss is right below your zone, right around here. And then, you know, you're looking to take price either back up to the previous area of resistance or even higher if you like. I mean, that's not a bad setup at all. Okay. So here, price has dipped down and we are coming down. We are coming down, same setup we were looking at before. Now, if price respects this area, we can anticipate that price is going to push back out and push to continue the bullish momentum. But if it does not respect this area, let me take this off. If it does not respect this area, then we can expect price to come on down, give us a nice little retest, and then push right on out of that area. All right. All right, let's see. So we have a closure here. I'd be looking for price to close above that area to take a buy, and below, let's say here, for a sell. Inside here, no trade. Okay, no trade zone, no panic zone, no trade zone, none of that. Is that a closure? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a closure. Very good. What I'd like to see is a pullback, something like this. Boop, down, pullback, and then drop. Short positions will be below the low of that candle. Stops will be above my zone. TP to retest. Beautiful little retest. Nice. And bring yourself on down here. That'd be so nice if you could do that for me. It's taking you a while, but let's see. Let's see how much lower you can go. Come on. You can hit TP. You can do it. Oof. Did not. Pushed all the way up. Hasn't hit stop loss yet, but whatever. Still went down. Still caught, I don't know how many pips here. 84 pips. Not a big deal. Okay. So obviously I'm not scalping. I'm catching, you know, I'm looking for, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for decent setups. It's not about the number of pips. It's not about, you know, profit. It's not about any of that. This is just studying to understand how the market moves, how a pair moves, to get better with your entries. I mean, if you don't have bar replay on TradingView, you're doing yourself a disservice. Okay, get it. It's only what, $14 a month or something like that. It's not a lot of money. Get it and practice entries. Practice. Like, even if you have to, you know, sit on demo for a while, I don't care. Practice, because that is what is going to help you when you go live. Okay, the psychology is going to be different when you go live because you're going to be more confident in your setups. Okay, so I urge you guys, I implore you guys, get bar replay and backtest your entries. If you don't know where to enter, practice learning where to enter. Watch these videos that I put out. I show you where I enter and why I enter where I enter. Just listen and pay attention. And don't try to take everything like, oh, it has to be easy for me. This ain't easy. This is the hardest way to make the easiest money. Trading, whether you trade Forex, stocks, options, crypto, I don't care what you trade. It will always be the hardest way to make the easiest money. And you cannot cheat the game. You cannot cheat it. If you don't study, you don't backtest, and you don't use risk management, you will fail. Simple, point blank. You will fail. No matter what strategy you use, if you don't have those things, you will fail. Anybody who's consistent in trading, trust me, has put in the work. They've put in the hours, they've blown accounts, they've gone through the ups and downs, the old roller coaster. They've been through the rigors of learning this craft. So you put in the work, you'll get it. Okay? So that's it on this video here. I'm not going to go into any more. Like I said, I don't want to keep it too long. Please like and subscribe as always. My broker link is below, and so is my course info as well. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. See you guys on the next one. And as always, it's your favorite female trader, SIMPLEFX, and I'm out.